Apple's September event is just around the corner, and the spotlight is on the iPhone 17 series. But there's one burning question on everyone's mind. Will the iPhone 17 be more expensive than last year's models? Today, let's break down everything we know about pricing, why Apple might raise costs, and whether the new features actually make it worth spending more. The iPhone 17 lineup will bring 4 models. This year, Apple is replacing the Plus with something brand new, the iPhone 17 Air. Alongside the standard iPhone 17, the iPhone 17 Pro, and the iPhone 17 Pro Max. From what leaks suggest, the Pro and Pro Max will be the stars of the show, with major design changes, upgraded cameras, and big performance jumps. But let's get straight into pricing. Most leaks agree that Apple could bump the cost of its new iPhones by about $50. Some reports say this increase might only apply to the Pro and Air models, while others believe all 4 versions could see a price rise. Nothing is confirmed yet, but a $50 hike is the most consistent rumor. So what does that actually mean? If Apple applies the increase across the board, the regular iPhone 17 could start at $849, the Air would begin around $949, and the Pro Max near $999. Again, these are just predictions, but it paints a realistic picture of what buyers might face. Now, why would Apple raise prices and all? One key reason is tariffs. Recently, new tariffs were introduced on countries where iPhones are made, including India, which has become a major production hub for Apple. Higher production costs could push Apple to pass on some of that expense to customers. Here's the twist though. Competitors like Samsung and Google have faced the same tariffs but kept their pricing steady. The Pixel 10 launched at the same price as the Pixel 9, and Samsung's Galaxy S25 lineup stayed consistent with the S24 series. So, while Apple could raise prices, it also has the option to keep things flat to stay competitive. Still, for the Pro models, and maybe even looks quite possible. One reason is storage. Rumors suggest Apple might increase the base storage on the iPhone 17 Pro from 128GB to 256. That means even if the phone costs $50 more, you'd actually be paying less for each gigabyte compared to last year. For perspective, the 256GB iPhone 16 Pro sells for $1099. If the iPhone 17 Pro starts at $1049 for the same storage, that's technically cheaper in terms of value. So let's look at whether the upgrades make the new lineup worth it, model by model. Starting with the regular iPhone 17. Apple is finally bringing some long-requested features. The DIC is expected to grow to 6.3 inches, making it more comfortable than the previous 6.1-inch screen. Even better, promotion and always on display might finally make their way to the base model, giving it that smooth 120Hz refresh rate. Charging could nearly double in speed too, with a new MagSafe charger supporting up to 45 watts. Selfies should look sharper with a new 24-megapixel front camera, and with 12GB of RAM, performance will get a serious boost, especially for Apple Intelligence features. Now, moving to the Pro and Pro Max, this is where the real excitement lies. Both models are rumored to get a 48-megapixel telephoto lens with 5x zoom, alongside their main and ultra-wide cameras. That also means 8K video recording on an iPhone for the first time. The camera island is complete redesigned to fit the larger sensors, stretching almost edge to edge. On the design side, Apple is reportedly switching from titanium to aluminum, with a new aluminum, and interesting leak is an anti-reflective display, similar to nano texture glass on iMacs. And for the Pro Max specifically, a thicker body could finally allow for a battery bigger than 5000 mAh, a massive upgrade iPhone fans have been waiting years for. Then there's the newcomer, the iPhone 17 Air. Apple is reportedly marketing it as the thinnest iPhone ever, possibly as slim as 544. That would even make it slimmer than Samsung's Galaxy S25 Edge. The Air is said to pack 12GB of RAM and a titanium frame, which is something the Pro models won't have this year. But there are trade-offs. The Air might only feature a single 48-megapixel rear camera and a tiny 800 mAh battery. That slim design could come at the cost of battery life, which might be a deal-breaker for power users. So, should you upgrade? If Apple does raise prices by $50, many will ask if it's worth it. For the base iPhone 17, the bigger display, promotion, faster charging, and better front camera make it more appealing than last year's entry model. For the Pro and Pro Max, the redesigned cameras, higher storage, and possibly longer battery life make the higher cost a bit easier to justify, especially for those who care about photography and video. The Air, on the other hand, will likely attract fans of slim, stylish phones, even if it sacrifices battery performance. At the end of the day, whether prices go up or not, the iPhone 17 lineup looks like the biggest upgrade Apple has delivered in years. If you've been holding on to an older iPhone, this might finally be the year when an upgrade feels truly worth it.